Formatting a Word document into a newsletter, Part 2. We have our document with our margins established to 1/2 inch, with our auto page number, and with our style set at no spacing. I'm going to center a line, and I'm going to write a title, which is to be the masthead or the title of my newsletter, and I'm going to call it the OLYMPIAN News. The next thing I'm going to do is to highlight this. Notice I am in one column that stretches across the whole page. I'm going to get a font that I like, and that I'm going to get a size such that it stretches across the page but stays on one line. And it looks like Algerian 48 will be fine. All right, once I've done this, I now have my masthead, and now I want to have a table. So I'm going to hit enter, and if I go back to left align, I want to bring this table down. So I want to bring it down to size 12, and I actually want the font to just be Times New Roman. So if I start typing in Times New Roman and hit enter, now I've changed my font to Times New Roman 12. I go to insert, I go to table. Now there are different ways to do this. I could go to the insert table menu here and say how many columns and how many rows I wanted. This would be fine if you had a table that had a number of rows, say 20, 25 rows, you would use this. However, an easier way, because I only want a one row, 2-column table, is to go right up here to the top and just click. Now, left align on the left, in the left-hand column, I'm just going to put volume 1, issue 1. I'll hit the tab key, and now I'm in my right-hand column, and I want this to align from the right. So I go to the Home tab, choose Right Alignment, and I'm going to, instead of a specific date, I'm going to put Age of Heroes. You can figure out what kind of a date you want to put. And now I'm going to put my cursor underneath my table. Now, if I were to start typing my articles right now, they would all be in one column, and I want to shift to 2 columns. So I'm going to go to Page Layout, and I'll show you what happens if I go to 2 columns right now. See how it takes my masthead and my table and puts it all in the one of the 2 columns? I don't want that. I want them to remain in 1 column. So I'm going to undo this, and this means I need to make a break in my Word document, and it's very easy to do. I'm going to go to Breaks right here on the Page Layout tab, and I'm going to look for the one I want. Well, I actually want one which is going to insert a section break and start the new section on the same page. So I click Continuous. Now you don't see it come in here, but were you to go to View and were you to go to the Draft View, you can see there your section break continuous is, and your cursor is underneath. I'm going to go back to Print Layout, and now I can go to my page layout. I can go to my columns and put in 2 columns. You won't see anything until you start typing. But now, as you can see, I have 1 column here on the left with a gutter and another equal size column on the right. Now I can start adding my material. This is the end of part 2, and we will continue.